Now we further develop the subject of music, whether it's an art or a science, because music is made of tones in time. A pitch or height of a tone is dependent on its vibration, the rapidity of its vibration actually. The rapid the movement, the higher the note. The slower the movement of vibration, the lower is the note. And this is called the frequency. So various notes have various frequency response. If we regular variations produce music or a musical note, whereas irregular movements or irregular vibrations, they produce noise. Now if we look at the graph of the sound, we can easily differentiate without listening by just looking at the graph what the waves are telling us, sound waves on the monitor. We can easily decipher between music and the non-musical sound. Musical sound has regular vibrations, we will see on the screen, whereas noise has irregular vibrations. And the lowest that we can hear is 120 vibrations. 120 cycles per second is the frequency response. And that means that there are 120 vibrations, 120 times a string or the voice, human voice, breaks the airwaves, and then we are able to listen to that. And that is the lowest note, or the lowest note of the pitch, human pitch, that we can listen to. And the higher we go, our audibility increases. And volume actually depends on the width of that chart or the wave lengths that we are getting on our monitor. If the waves are small, they are not amplified, we will get low volume. And if the modulation is higher, the graph is bigger in width, so that will have more volume to it. And the quality of sound, or the finer tone that we listen to in music, is called the timbre of music. Now, timbre is something very important in music and attractive music. A good timbre attracts the human ear, whereas if the timbre is not so strong, if not so attractive, but the skill is par excellence, so one enjoys the skill and ignores the timbre aspect of the sound, the musical sound. So this definite tone quality actually is the quality of color of music, and that tone is the flesh and blood of our music. And what we are listening in music is, we are listening to the breaking of the airwaves that we create through the instrument or the human voice. As we all know that human voice is produced from the chest, from our lungs, from our ribs. That is the sound box, and its outlet is through the mouth or the throat. All these aspects, play an important role in developing the tone of a particular singer. Some acquire it, some acquire it after training, and some acquire it after rigorous training. So this is one of the reasons that we find different voices in music when we listen to old recordings. Not a single person has similar voice. The style may be the same, but human voice is different, and that helps us in recognizing who is singing, whose style is this, and from where the style has originated. And that ultimately developed into the gharana music, that we were able to identify whether this singer, this vocalist, this classical vocalist is from Gwalior Gharana or the Agra Gharana or the Patiala Gharana, and so on and so forth. The Roshan Ara Begum, the great vocalist of our time, belonged to the Kirana school of music or the Kirana Gharana. Gharana is actually an Urdu term. It means family. But in music, it is termed as the school of music to which an artist belongs. So she belonged to the Kirana school of music, originated from Sawai Gandhar and finally Ustad Abdul Karim Khan and so on, and it came to Roshan Ara Begum. And what we were listening in Roshan Ara Begum was the style of Abdul Karim Khan Sahab, who belonged to the Kirana Gharana, who was the doyen of the Kirana Gharana. And similarly, other female singers from the same Gharana, when you compare their singing, you may find similarities in their style of vocal rendition, but their voices are totally different. That is because of the structure of the body and the structure of their throat, the mouth, the teeth, the tongue, and everything of the torso and above. So this quality of sound production creates the timbre of music.